One sunny afternoon, a small child stood at a busy street corner selling tissue packets. His clothes were worn out, and on his feet was a pair of old, tattered shoes he likely hadn't been able to change for many years. Just then, a shiny luxury car pulled up at the traffic signal. The child approached the owner and politely asked him to buy some tissues. The man, moved by the child's situation, bought all the tissue packets he had and handed him a $10 bill. A bright smile lit up the boy's face at the sight of the money. He thanked the man profusely and walked away with a heart full of gratitude. A little further down the road, the boy stopped in front of a grand shoe store. He stood frozen, staring through the glass window at the beautiful, expensive shoes on display. He desperately wanted a new pair, but looking down at his own torn shoes, his heart sank with sorrow. He stepped inside to check the prices, only to find that the cheapest pair started at $60. With only $10 in his pocket, his dream seemed impossible. He sighed deeply, preparing to walk away in disappointment. However, the rich man who had given him the money had been watching the boy from a distance. Sensing the child's silent longing, he quietly stepped out of his car and entered the store. He spoke to the shopkeeper in a low voice, made a private arrangement, and then calmly returned to his car and drove away. Moments later, the shop owner came outside and pasted a large white sign on the front window. It read in bold letters, "Special Festive Offer. Any pair of shoes in the store, now only $10. As soon as the boy read the sign, his sadness vanished in an instant. Overjoyed, he rushed into the store, eager to grab a pair before the offer ended. He picked out a magnificent pair of brown leather shoes that originally cost $100. The child proudly paid his precious $10, took his new shoes, and walked out with a sense of pure heavenly joy he had never felt before. As soon as the child disappeared from view, the shopkeeper took down the sign and reset the original high prices on the shelves. He whispered a silent prayer for the kind gentleman who had anonymously fulfilled a poor child's dream. Moral of the story: our smallest acts of kindness or empathy can become a beacon of hope in someone else's life. True generosity doesn't always require a grand display. Rather, it requires a beautiful heart. The rich man's gesture proves that kindness done behind the scenes brings the most profound joy and lasting change. Thanks for watching.